What is going on, Trader Gang? It is 2026, y'all. We are back at it. So it is the 4th of January. So we're back on the charts, guys. It's been 2 long weeks since we've traded. I'm happy and excited to get back on the charts. So it's only fitting to, of course, have this be the first Sunday of 2026 for our Sunday market breakdown. So we are back at it with these breakdowns every Sunday night. So for the most part, so we are going to break down just US 30. So this will be somewhat short and sweet because typically I would break down gold and US 30. So going into this new year, I just want to focus on one pair where for the last 3+ years, gold was my main asset that I traded. So now I just want to focus on US 30, even though, of course, with silver and all the um, like silver, platinum, gold, some all of those metals, those are seeing significant upside. So a lot of profits. So, but we're just going to, not focus on that. Our focus is on US 30 because that's where I've had the most success in the last couple months. So we're going to keep our focus there. So we are starting fresh, guys. So there's no charts to go over to wipe. Like everything is clean. We're starting with a clean slate. So any of you guys that pop on, show some love in the chat. I'm gonna do a quick sound check, real quick. All right, sorry about that, guys. So we should be back on. Um, I was just having a sound issue, so I was trying to fix that. So we should be good now. All right, we're good. So we're gonna start with, of course, news first. So let's go ahead and take a look at Forex Factory. So let me share my screen really quick. All right, you guys should be able to see that. All right, so we're starting. All right, here we go. So we definitely got some news. So everything is filtered for just USD. So Monday we have at 7 a.m. we have ISM manufacturing PMI. So that could cause a spike. So we just have to be careful there. So I would say if we do get an entry right at market open, we may want to take that and just take our profit as quick as possible because when 7 o'clock comes around, that could cause a spike in whatever direction. So it'll cause some unstableness. So Tuesday we don't have anything. Wednesday we do have NFP for ADP and Jolt's job openings at 7 a.m. So which definitely have to watch out for because again it is a red folder. So and then Thursday we have unemployment claims 5:30. Other than that, that's pretty much it. So I mean, of course, we don't trade till market open, so we won't have to really worry about that too much. And then Friday we have regular NFP, unemployment claims, average hourly earnings, And then we have some prelim UOM consumer sentiment at 7 a.m. So don't have to worry too much at 5:30 because that's going to make its move, and then of course we can either capitalize on the retracement or the continuation of that. But again, 7 a.m. If there's news, and of course we do want to just be mindful, place our stop losses in profit if we need to, just to be kind of careful, or already take half of our profit. So that's pretty much it. But we do have a heavy news week going into 2026. So, so let's go ahead and hop on the chart. So here we go. Here is US30 on the 30-minute time frame. So we can see we had a huge push down. We pushed all the way down to pretty much this 47 815 level, and then of course we had a huge spike back up. So of course price didn't want to continue to push further down. So of course we're finding some retracement back to the upside, because if we look on the weekly time frame, US30 has been bullish all this time. So we're continuing that bullish trend. So I only see it to continue to keep pushing up and making all-time highs. So we had an all-time high back in December 8th. So at 48,879. So I think that we can definitely push past that. So especially with the way the trend is going. So of course we can look here. Trend is definitely bullish. So because we haven't broken any of these lows here. So that gives us, you know, a confirmation that of course we're making higher highs and higher lows. So we're going to continue to keep pushing to the upside, and until something drastic happens, or news happens to where we have a break of structure, where we end up breaking either this low or this low right here. Then we could possibly see a continuation to the downside. But until then, we are still bullish. So to start, we're going to of course mark up our all-time high. So we're going to mark that up. So our high was at 48,879. That's going to be our previous all-time high, 48,879.80. Copy that in there. Paste. So 48,879.80. All right, there we go. So that's our previous all-time high, and then we want to mark up our weekly high and low. So previous weekly high and low. So of course it's going to be right here and right here. We're going to mark up right here. We're going to do that in purple. So usually on the daily, it makes it a lot easier to see, but we'll correct that if we need be. We just want to get as close to that wick as possible. And we have this low right here. We have previous weekly high, and that's good. 47.50. That's actually a nice psychological level. Alright, then we got our previous weekly low, and that's gonna be at 48,715.5, so point 50. So, I like that, we'll keep that. Alright, guys, so now we have kind of a range. So we have our previous weekly high, previous weekly low. Now we can go down to, um well, let's do this. We'll mark this up right here, and then we can mark this up right here. So again, once we get in a lower time frame, we'll see this a lot more clear. We'll see more supply and demand zones that are a little bit clearer to see. So, but this is perfect. So like this, I can actually, I can move a little bit further down to like right here. There we go. So again, we're in a range right now. So we have, at least on the daily, we have a little bit of consolidation. So of course we came up, we came down to this level right here, came right back up, retested, came back down to here, and we actually did come all the way back to here, down to here, retested again this level of demand, and then now we're trying to push back up. So of course, with that being said, even though we're consolidated, I have a good feeling that price can continue to push past this because again, the overall trend is bullish. So I think we're going to try to retest this same area, the supply area again, and try to retest this previous all-time high. So, but on the daily here, we can mark up some other areas as well. So, and usually on the daily here, I'll just literally just kind of mark up these areas like this. These are just previous areas, and these will just stay black. So these will just be just previous demand zones. So just where price could have tapped into before. So and I don't do anything really crazy here. I literally just mark up at least where the price was. So I just try to keep them at more psychological levels than most. We got 47 for 50.5. We got 47 208.8. I'll do 47 208.5. We'll mark that up. And then usually during the week also we'll do previous day high and low. So like say like on Tuesday, that's when we'll do Mondays. We'll do tomorrow's previous day high and low so that we know where price could either possibly retest, take liquidity from, and then continue going. We just have to see. So, but I try to keep my charts as naked as possible, super clean. So again, we can see just even on the daily here, like we are kind of consolidated right here. So if we go down to like the 4 hour, this will give us a little bit more context. So 4 hour, we had a rejection right here, huge rejection wick, nice kind of engulfing in a way. So, and we're attempting to break above these highs right here. So that gives me again an indication that we're going to try to continue to push up to this previous weekly high right here. So again, as we go on a lower time frame, you can see we have easier areas to mark up. So it just makes it a lot clearer. So I can mark up this area like this because this is where if price does happen to reject, it can pull all the way down to here or even here. So it makes it a lot easier to pinpoint. So then, of course, if it does happen to break here, then of course, where's our next area? It could even come down to here because price did tap into this area right here before, or we can come all the way down to here. So, and as of right now, we're kind of in this range right now, and I think price is going to continue to try to push up further. So, because I typically my strategy, I trade on the 30-minute. So I think this could easily get filled here either by tonight or, of course, tomorrow morning, or we could have a huge rejection, and of course, price just continues to fall. So, because that could very well happen as well. If tonight, if it doesn't continue to keep pushing and we have a little bit of volume in here, it could come to maybe up here, and then we could have a push to the downside. So, or like I said, it could take liquidity, take all this out right here, and continue to keep pushing it higher. So, because again, the overall trend is bullish on the weekly time frame. So, but we just have to kind of just monitor it, see where it's going to go, and again, we just want to follow price. So we don't want to kind of contemplate where we think price is going to go. Like I said, that's based off the higher time frame. Of course, we can see where it could possibly go, but again, you just want to follow price. You don't want to, um, kind of go where you think it's going to go. Just follow the price. So, like, follow the trend. Basically. So, other than that, that's pretty much it. This is the markup. So, again, on the weekly time frame, you can see here we're still clearly bullish. What was this? This was December 29th, so last Monday. We had a huge push to the downside here. We ended up pulling up all the way to here, and we ended up closing right here. So, or actually, I said that we actually pushed all the way up to here, and then pulled all the way back down, and then closed here. So that's pretty much where we're at right now. So we're at about 48,377. So, could price fill this wick and end up saying like, nope, we're actually going to fake you out and not continue to go to the upside. We're going to continue to push to the downside here and fill this wick and take out this previous weekly low. So could that happen? Yes, it could very well happen. But again, we're focusing on the overall trend, which is bullish. So again, we just need to react on the lower time frame and just watch what it does. So, because even right here, we're consolidated. All we would do simply here is just wait for a breakout. So this is consolidation right here. So we would literally just wait for a breakout, maybe impossible retest, and then to the upside, or same thing, breakout to the downside, a retest, and then push to the downside. So that's really all it is just waiting to see what price wants to do and just reacting to it. But that's it, guys. Like I said, just kind of short and sweet for our first market breakdown of 2026. So I'm excited to get on the charts tomorrow morning. So definitely tap in with me. I want to continue to grow this channel. I want to continue to provide more content on here as well. So you can also let me know in the comments what you guys want to see, whether it's like showing my strategy, psychology, what's helped me in the last 2 months become somewhat profitable. I've been able to make $2,000 already live trading. So just to be able to kind of show you and share with you guys how I was able to do that. Of course, you can look back in my previous videos and kind of see um, how we did that. Just kind of the method of us kind of compounding our account, adding multiple positions within an actual trade, and then of course closing some of those positions as price goes to our TP. So things like that. But any way that I can help you guys as traders or any of you that follow me, that's what I'm here to do. And of course, you guys can continue to follow my journey. So appreciate you guys. Again, we will be on 10-15 minutes before market open. So definitely tap in with me. You can go to my Instagram channel, Nikki_Pips. Follow me there because I post all my trades there as well. But tomorrow, I'll come back to this channel at around 6:20 Pacific Standard Time (AM), and we're gonna get to it. First trade of 2026. Let's go.